This is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, chapters 8, 9, and 10, World Building Review. So, chapter 8 is called The Potions Master, and it does introduce you to a number of the teachers. And the one that I was most interested in was Professor Binns. He seems to be the only ghost who wasn't murdered. Just fell asleep at his desk and woke up as a ghost and continued teaching. So I enjoyed that, but not murdered. So kind of threw my theory for a loop there. Neville is very neat. Minor, major character, not sure how to describe him, but he's throughout all the books, and he has a remember all from his grandmother. And to me, that made it really relatable. I thought of it like a mood ring, kind of like a fad, the kids have these things, and yeah, it just seemed like a mood ring. And I really liked that his grandma got it for him, and that whole is the story arc with the diving on the brooms and trying to catch it, and that's how we find out that Harry's such a good Quidditch player. Let's see, there is that whole scenario with the chasing on the brooms and the catching of the Remembrall is with Madam Hooch, the teacher who does the broomstick flying. It makes you think about whether the broomsticks are artifacts or if they're more like wands and photographs, because when some of the students say up, the brooms just kind of roll over. So that implies that they respond to different commands, respond to different inputs, or respond to inputs differently. Let's see. That was a neat chapter. There was a lot in there. They covered a lot of different teachers, a lot of different interactions. And the next one is chapter 9, called The Midnight Duel. So the outcome from the last chapter is that Malfoy and Harry are then going to duel. And like a standard pistol duel, Ron volunteers to be his second, so it implies that there's rules that we don't know of yet. There's wizarding dueling rules. So, getting to that, they, are set up, of course, and wandering around after hours, and Peeves does what Peeves does, makes a bunch of noise. Running away, the three main characters come across a locked door, use the Alohomora spell. Super awesome, by the way, to get through the locked door. And that in and of itself, I'm not sure how wizards lock doors. I just feel like, waving a wand in front of it would be better than like turning a key. Personal preference, but it was neat that you could get through a lock using a spell, so that was cool. There was Fluffy behind the door, so a giant three-headed dog. Another interesting, unique creature in the Harry Potter universe. Sounds like a very difficult and tough creature, so lots of drool, that kind of thing. That was Midnight Duel, chapter 9. Chapter 10 is about Halloween, and of course, with every major holiday is a giant feast, and the food just magically appears. Later we find out it's from elves in the kitchen, using elvish magic. However, it just shows up. Time to eat. Okay, boom, food on the plates. There is also the first introduction of Quidditch. Here you get the rules, you get, how different it is from soccer. It's in the air, 3 hoops, the whole deal, all the different balls, the interactions, the players. It's really neat. And I know that it is an interesting story arc, listening to the games, watching the games, hearing about the games, reading about the games. To me, that makes it, it's a sporting event. It's just fun. So, there was also the troll. So Harry and Ron save Hermione from the troll by sticking a wand up its nose. Another different, interesting magical being in the universe, defeated by sticking a wand up its nose. So not super tough, but they seem to be difficult. As a first year, that seems pretty solid accomplishment, taking down a troll. Are they different from giants? It's kind of splitting hairs there. Neat interactions all around. And I think that's the only mention of a troll, other than maybe like insults. Yeah, that's all I remember is the only reference to a troll. So that was 8, 9, and 10 of the Harry Potter universe. We had lots of new creatures in a teaching ghost, three-headed dog, and a troll. Dueling rules, Quidditch rules, and the Aloha Morha spell, which is pretty neat.